back in the third. They back on my mind, they back on my nerves. Can't take back the time, so I'm back, spending them back on.
It's the 2K Sports pregame show.
Okay, basketball fans, with me, Kenny the Jet Smith, Shaquille O'Neal, I'm Ernie Johnson. You're watching 2K Sports, but you know that already. In this game,
2K Sports welcomes you to the following presentation of the NBA.
The Pacers look to take charge. We're going to bring it to you here from Indianapolis, Indiana. Kevin Harlan here, and with...
Well, guys, you remember that...
it's all paid off in the long run, though. Thanks, DA. We are far enough into the season now to determine the true contenders, Clark, or do you feel that isn't revealed until closer to playoff time?
No, I think you start to narrow that list down right now, Kevin. I mean, you begin to see which teams are capable of making runs in the playoffs. And obviously, anything can happen between now and the playoffs, but the teams that are going to be there battling, you get a pretty good read on who those teams are right now.
All fueled up and ready to go. Let's check out who's on the floor, courtesy of Gatorade. On the court for the Mavericks, Paul George is out there with Lauri Markkanen. Then there's Smart, then there's Whiteside, and it's Russell in at the point.
And, you know, that's one of George's go-to shots. He's a three-point shooter who spaces the floor well.
And he gets it back. Davis with the bucket. Smart with the ball. And the pass to Russell. Six to shoot. The shot that time, not on target. And it's the Pacers taking it the other way. They come into this one having outplayed the Magic last game.
Yeah, unfortunately for them, I thought the opponent's defense just never showed up.
Yeah, you know what? The waters were calm for most of the game. I mean, little resistance, felt like they could get any look they wanted at any time.
Smart kicks to Whiteside. Pass to Markkanen. And a miss there on the triple. The Pacers have gone just 1 of 4 to get this game started. Brogdon finds Davis, and it's Davis finishing it off.
Yeah, you know what? He's a skilled passer, so if you leave people open around Brogdon, he'll make you wish you didn't.
And with everything that Anthony Davis does on offense, it's just mind-boggling. His scoring inside and out, the percentages, he does it all. He is undoubtedly one of the best big men in the league, and many would argue he is the best in the NBA.
You're Smart. Dallas again missing.
When he's got that kind of positioning, he's got to score it. Got to score the ball from there.
Tatum passes to Davis, and he makes that one. Davis has got 6.
And, you know, got to admire the patience inside from Davis. Outstanding at staying under control, taking his time, and burying the quality shot.
Russell kicks to Markkanen. It's rebounded by Indiana. And with Anthony Davis, the stat lines, Greg, he can post on any given night are just absurd.
Really, Davis still strong defensively, but he really impacts every facet of the game. One of the rare players who can carry a team on both ends of the floor. There just aren't many great players that can lead a team to a championship, but I think Davis is of that mold.
And Dallas calls their first time out of the game.
And not surprising, obviously unhappy with the lack of response from his team.
Can't blame him. I mean, the effort hasn't been there, just has not been there. Hopefully, he can get the fire lit.
Russell kicks to George. Pass to Whiteside. Smart against Brogdon. Back to Markkanen. Over Davis. And Markkanen with the basket on the assist from Smart. Markkanen's got his first basket.
And the quick trigger of Markkanen is impressive. He's got such a fluid release, too, especially on these catch-and-shoot jumpers.
Here's Davis. Another field goal for him. 4 for 6 shooting tonight.
And now you see them starting to really work the ball inside.
Murray against Russell. And here's George for three. They get the rebound, and Whiteside stays right with it.
Yeah, and the presence of Whiteside in the paint, really unreal. He is a dominant figure down low. Great work to grab that second chance opportunity.
Brogdon finds Allen. Here's Murray up on top. And it's in there.
Every time they get scored on during this run, it's come from inside the paint.
Now Russell. 11 points for him in that last game against the Pelicans in New Orleans.
Yeah, passed the ball well that last time out. Pinpoint passes and racked up a bunch of assists.
Kept alive. Makes it off the glass.
And you know what? He doesn't mind getting his hands dirty when it comes to really fighting on the backboard.
Anthony Davis firing on all cylinders for Indiana. He notched 8 points in the quarter and has that terrific basketball instinct on display. And we've got more NBA action on 2K Sports coming your way after this break. Some good action already in this one, but a fairly even matchup after the first quarter of play. And before we move on, what do you guys think about what we've seen so far from the Pacers?
Getting high percentage looks, wearing down that defense on the inside.
Grinding away down low, man. Just filing them down. Love the bully ball method. Paying off well.
On the floor for Dallas, we've got D'Angelo Russell. Paul George is out there with Markkanen. Then it's Marcus Smart, and it's Whiteside in at the center filling out the middle. Tatum against George. Tatum kicks to Davis. Back to Tatum. Hits it from three-point range.
In this day and age, you've got to have the three-pointer in your arsenal, so it's nice to see Tatum working on his three-point shot.
And Clark, you played your entire career with the Pacers. What was your favorite memory during that time?
Well, certainly realizing the dream of being an NBA player, Kevin. I was the 8th pick overall. It was close to where I played in college at Ohio State. And then being able to perform at a high level to be a unanimous all-rookie team selection, that was a pretty good highlight for me starting my career.
Brogdon the pass to Tatum. Murray with it. There's the triple. And it's Whiteside with the rebound.
And close to making the defense pay for the lax coverage that time.
You never pass for the sake of passing. You wait until the defense commits. Russell does that, finds the open man nicely.
Murray kicks to Tatum. Shoots from the elbow, and it falls over the rim and in. Tatum's got 5 points now in the quarter.
Just such a well-rounded offensive player. He's got a little bit of everything.
Here's Whiteside. Good, and it's Russell picking up the assist.
Just a beautiful read by the former Buckeye Russell. So gifted at making those decisions.
Murray against Russell. With a step back. That shot off the mark.
That's a good shot. Even though it couldn't find the bottom of the bucket, I like the shot quality.
Dallas moving the ball around. Smart against Brogdon. Right side Smart. Shoots over Brogdon. And no good. Had a chance to take the lead there. And it's Davis with the ball for Indiana. That will be a getaway game for them, a one-game road trip. And Whiteside sends it back.
And Whiteside takes great pride in rejecting shots. Outstanding at getting his arms up and denying shooters.
George with the bucket.
Nice job getting inside for the layup. Got the D thinking, jump shot, gave a little pump fake, and then off to the races.
Murray the pass to Tatum. Down low, here's Davis, and he floats in for the easy two. Credit the assist on that one.
Yeah, I like how Tatum surveys the floor. Great at looking for his teammates, especially when they're open.
Oh, and he went for the two-hander on the slam using some muscle.
Some urgency from him there, sure.
I get the feeling, guys, that he may be sensing that this is a critical time in this game.
We've got 33 seconds left in the first half of the game. Pass to Davis. It's hauled in by George.
Something that's kept this game close is the fact that the rebound stats for both teams are almost identical.
The battle to a standstill on the boards has really been something to watch, and the game's not over yet. We'll see if one of these teams maintains more energy than the other going down the stretch.
Russell looking it over Murray, and that one's good. Russell's got his second bucket of the game to go.
And this young gun.
Thank you, David. We'll be back after halftime for the start of the second half momentarily.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
The first quarter for the Mavericks was fairly even. They were unable to ever build a big lead in the first period, with 3 points being their largest cushion. They had a slight edge on the scoreboard in the second quarter, but only by the slimmest of margins. And Kenny, what are your and that's going to
And we return to Indianapolis, Indiana, with a look at all the activity taking place in this terrific downtown. And after a fairly even first couple of quarters, the second half could turn out to be a great one as both teams try to gain an edge. You look at Hassan Whiteside in this game. Guys, he's everywhere.
Unbelievable the way he dominated that offensive glass in those first 2 quarters. Just a great effort for him for the entire half.
Guys, you've heard me say it before, but persistence pays. And it takes that kind of persistence to be a successful offensive rebounder. As a fellow glass eater, I know of which I speak. Those guys that rebound effectively don't give up on it.
Allen is out there with Anthony Davis. Then it's Tatum. Then there's Murray. And it's Brogdon in at the 2 guard. So that's the group out there for Indiana.
And they start the second half with 3 straight misses.
Murray kicks to Allen. And there's the pass to Brogdon. In the corner, Murray with it. Back to Davis. And it's Davis with the jam. Mark, we all know you are one of the best players and maybe the greatest high school class ever. Guys who are now in the Pro Basketball Hall of Fame. What a list of names and great players.
Yeah, terrific players, and proud and privileged to be part of that class. 1979 is what you talk about. Dominique Wilkins, Isaiah Thomas, James Worthy, Ralph Sampson, Terry Cummings. I could go on and on and on, but obviously some of those guys, Hall of Famers, and distinguished not just in what they did in high school, in college, and the pros, but in how many of them have lived their lives off the court, too.
Whiteside finds George. Bucket is good. George has got 9.
Finally get one to drop after starting the half with 4 straight clanks.
Murray, the pass to Davis. And they double up Davis. Back to Murray. Stolen by George. And now with the fast break, Smart with the ball. Here's Russell. And Davis sends it back.
Boy, I tell you what, Davis uses his length so well. I mean, a defensive stalwart who holds his ground, and because of his timing and length and athleticism, he's an excellent shot blocker.
And the Mavericks call time here. In addition to going over the game plan and making whatever necessary adjustments have to be made, Greg, this timeout also the time for players to get rehydrated or hydrate for the first time with some Gatorade. Plenty of basketball still to be played here, and they have to get recharged.
That's a great point. Without proper hydration, a player can completely run out of gas down the stretch of a game. And that's something that none of these guys can afford to have happen. If you're going to battle all the way to the finish, you have got to be hydrated.
To the inside, Tatum. Good, and the assist goes to Murray. Murray's got his 3rd assist on the night.
Tatum finding his groove now. He's got so much potential, Kevin. Well, he was the 6th pick in the draft not too long ago, Jamal Murray, and started slowly, which can happen for a lot of young guys. Shooting percentages were down, turnovers up, but everybody knew he could still shoot.
Outside Tatum. And that one's good, Brogdon. He has 7.
The ball movement on this run has been fantastic and is a big part of why they've been able to get these good looks.
Russell kicks to Whiteside. Back to Russell. Pass to Markkanen. Lock at 6. Buries the long-range jumper. Markkanen's got 5 now.
Now, you know, how do you guard that, Kevin? A big guy with a nice touch from outside. I mean, that's really hard to match up against.
They get it back. Count it. 14 points for Anthony Davis.
And that's the battle they haven't been winning today. Their work on the glass has been porous, and that's got to change.
Yeah, no question about it. I mean, as they're looking to battle back, that's one of the key elements. You got to rebound.
Down low, here's Russell, and the slam dunk by Russell.
And Markkanen, the big fella, has nice court vision, solid at finding open teammates.
Don't have to be in a hurry. They can hold for the last one.
That's exactly what they should do. I mean, you don't want to give the opponent another possession here. Make sure you get the last one.
Russell against Murray. Kicks it to Davis. Shoots over Markkanen. No good on the fadeaway. And we've reached the end of the third. It's the Pacers. They lead by 4. And let's listen in on what Nate McMillan had to say to his team.
Hey, what we got to do here.
Well, what a terrific game it's been so far, with this fourth quarter sure to bring more pressure-packed basketball. On the floor for Dallas starting the fourth quarter here. They've got Whiteside. Russell is out there with Marcus Smart. Then there's Markkanen. And it's George in at the small forward position. And too long on the shot. Mavericks trail by 4. Outside, Smart. To the paint, here's Markkanen, and Markkanen throws it down.
You know, when Markkanen's in this deep, he should be dunking it every time. I like to see him use his size like that.
Murray against Russell. Murray, the pass to Brogdon. 6 to shoot. Tatum dishes to Davis. Reverses, and the layup is up and in.
Pretty much all of their buckets coming from inside the paint now.
And it's Smart with the ball for the Mavericks. Trailing by 4. They'll be playing host to Chicago for their next game. That game will be a quick pit stop before hitting the road again. Russell kicks to Markkanen. Offline with his 3.
Rare you'll see him miss such an open look.
Pass to Brogdon. Allen with it. He's picked up by Whiteside. Knocked away. Here's Russell. And it comes off the front of the rim. Indiana leading by 4. In the corner, Tatum with it. Passes it to Brogdon. He kicks to Murray. Davis inside. He's guarded by Markkanen. And that one's good by Davis.
Defensively, this is what you know. He's coming off a hot game and looking to keep it rolling.
As well he should, Greg. I mean, he always is looking to score the ball, even more so when he's hot. I like the mindset.
Markkanen from outside. Pacers with the rebound. Allen's got 4 rebounds in this game. Brogdon against Smart. To the inside, Davis. And a great assist by Brogdon as that one goes in. Brogdon's got his 4th assist in this one. Murray against Russell. And over 2.5 minutes in the books here in the 4th.
They opened the gates and he came through. D'Angelo, quick recognition.
Pacers leading by 6. Feeds to Tatum. The pass to Brogdon. And here is Davis. Shoots over Markkanen. And it's Davis missing.
Not completely over, but it's getting close.
Yeah, this one is ready to be put on ice. Not a whole lot they can do from here.
Indiana's gone a very strong 4 for 5 from three-point land in the ball game. Stolen by Markkanen. It's George on the wing. Yes! And now they trail by just 4.
And George just has an uncanny knack for providing these kinds of baskets. And he makes it look so easy.
Murray surveying the D. Tatum kicks to Davis. Indiana again missing.
Clock's ticking. They got to get up a shot.
No time to waste at all. Got to let it go fast. Shot after shot, one after the other. PG, Paul George, making it happen.
And so they choose to intentionally foul. 24 seconds left here in the fourth quarter. And so they choose to intentionally foul. Good on the first, and that will put them up by 2.
Yeah, Murray is clearly a shoot-first guy who can really fill it up. This is a big-time bucket getter.
And the perfect time to be perfect at the line. Only a 3 can tie it now.
And the Mavericks call time here. They trail by 3. 23 seconds left in the fourth quarter. What's your take, guys?
You know, you'd love to be able to clear space and get that triple, but you can also do the 2 with a quick foul.
Exactly. You're right on top of it, Greg. No need to chuck up a 3. Just be smart and get a quality shot.
Now let's go to the sideline and catch up with our Hall of Famer, David Aldridge.
Hey, Kevin, I heard Rick Carlisle during that last break talking with the team. He told them they have to keep fighting. He said, hey, look, we're right here, but we can't make mistakes. You got to be aggressive and smart. Back to you guys.
You know, he's a big guard who really uses his size well. Brogdon is capable of playing either of the guard spots. He's old school in that way, just a guard who happens to be very versatile.
And the Mavericks call time here. They're trailing by 5. 15 seconds left in the fourth quarter of this one. Guys, what do you think?
It's going to be interesting to see what they draw up to get this quick shot.
Whatever it is, got to be fast. I mean, can't waste any time at this point. He doesn't bleed blood, but he bleeds cold blood ice. Russell tearing hearts out down the stretch.
And an intentional foul there stops the clock.
Yeah, you know what? Smart foul. You got to try and extend the game.
Sure, it's not over. The clock is as much a problem for them as the score is right now, so they've got to try to manage it.
You've got to figure those are the free throws that officially put this game out of reach.
Outside, Smart. Three-pointer, Markkanen nails the tray.
And Markkanen has a beautiful stroke. Superb at getting himself squared up and then quick with the release. He fires it right away.
Time called here. Indiana decides to talk it over. They're leading by 2. 6 seconds left to play here in the fourth. 6 seconds left in the fourth quarter of this one. And there's the intentional foul. No choice but to stop the clock here.
You have to foul, but I'm sure they would have liked to foul someone different.
Yeah, but Greg, they didn't really have another option. I mean, I thought they did a nice job getting it in his hands and making sure he was the guy who'd go to the line.
So a close game sees Indiana take this one. What a show they put on here at home tonight.
All night long. Yeah.